So I'm getting ready to film some content batch, and I wanted to just chat about something that I've been doing lately that could possibly help you if you're someone that likes to dissect and pick out all the things that you didn't accomplish during a day. This week or this month, like myself, I just wanted to share a little technique to help lift the spirits, raise the vibrations, and whatnot. Oh, I just did my hair and now I'm gonna put on my makeup. So while I'm doing my makeup, I'm gonna share my cute little technique I've been implementing. So I want you don't have to share this with anyone, but I want you to really sit down in front of the camera. And I want you to go over everything that you accomplished this month. Because what I find comes easier is thinking about all the things that you didn't accomplish, all the things that you didn't do, all the things that went wrong. You know, as humans, we naturally look at the negatives, and we need to make an effort to look at the positives, or we're just not. And then our life is just less of an experience because we're not making an effort to look at the things that we're not seeing because we're so busy looking at the things that we're missing. Random thing, in case you're wondering, that bathrobe that has like red all over it is my bathrobe that I wear when I'm dyeing my hair. So it looks like a hot mess. And I've just accepted that that's gonna be my hot mess robe that I wear whenever I'm like touching up my hair color. I just recently re-dyed it. It's not showing that much in this lighting, but it'll show in the next couple of videos, hopefully. I know it shows really well outside when the sun is shining on it. But I want us all to collectively get together at the end of the month, the last week of the month, and get in front of the camera and announce and really acknowledge all of the things that we've accomplished, big and small, and celebrate that. Celebrating doesn't have to be with people, if in case you don't have anyone to celebrate with. And celebrating doesn't have to be something that involves spending a lot of money. That's something that I am guilty of doing because I actually, hi, my name is Malaysian. I love spending money. And I'm trying to get better at saving money. So I've looked at ways to celebrate in ways where I don't need to spend money. But if you do want to spend a little bit of coin, in the past, I would do like a special design on my nails. Usually I don't do designs on my nails, but like on special occasions, I do designs on my nails, just like when I'm celebrating and everything, or just like when I want to switch it up. I would take myself on a dinner date, take myself shopping. And if you feel like that's weird to go out alone, it doesn't have to be. Practice makes perfect. If you always go somewhere with someone, it is going to be weird. But then after going a couple of times out alone, it became normal and quite peaceful and really fun. If you normally celebrate by going out to eat, like going shopping, but you have no one to do it with, try it out by yourself. Get yourself a book to read while you're getting your toes done so you're not bored, or have a YouTuber on deck to watch while you're getting your nails done, so you don't feel so lonely, because your company is the best company. It's actually super beneficial to get used to having that company and not relying on people to do things, because people will not always be reliable. And you don't want to wait on people to do things that you want to do. But if you don't want to spend money, a few things that I do to celebrate is I'll cook myself a gourmet meal. Like, cook yourself a meal that you've always wanted to try. Something fancy, like maybe salmon, filet mignon. I do that at least once a month. I make myself filet mignon at least twice a month. I always get the pack of 2. I try not to eat too much, because I'm trying to burn nose, trying to lose that weight. If you don't know how to cook it, look up a YouTube tutorial and do that to celebrate. While you're cooking, make it an experience. Listen to some music that you really like, or a podcast that you like, or watch your favorite YouTuber while you're cooking, so it doesn't feel like a chore. Most times I cook, I will be sipping on wine. I'll have myself a little dance party. Most times I'll watch my favorite YouTubers. And before you know it, I have a nice, beautiful meal done. And I didn't even realize how much time it took me to cook it, because I'm multitasking with something that I enjoy. Talk on the phone while you're cooking. If you have someone that you really enjoy talking to, call them up. FaceTime them while you're cooking. I do that sometimes too, and it makes the time go by even faster. Another thing that you can do to celebrate is rent a movie. Rent out a movie that you've always wanted to watch. All the really good classics are not available on subscriptions. You have to like pay out of pocket to watch them. Think of some movies that you've always wanted to watch. It might be available for free if you have a certain subscription. Sometimes I like to treat myself to a Marilyn Monroe movie or like an old classic. Have your own spa day. Get yourself a bubble, take a bubble bath, buy yourself like a $10 bath bomb at Lush that makes your experience more luxury. And you know, I forgot to put on primer. Fudge. You know what, whatever. I don't think I need it. My primer's been acting funny anyway. I always forget that step. Lately I've been doing eyeshadow, so maybe I should do eyeshadow. I don't know. Yeah, I should probably do eyeshadow. If that's the vibe. That's the vibe. But no, I don't want to do eyeshadow at the same time. I don't know. I'm conflicted. Sometimes I do want to do eyeshadow looks, but then sometimes I don't. Like, I feel like I look really good with my eyeshadow look, but then sometimes I feel like it's too much. So I'm conflicted. You know what? Let's go for the eyeshadow look. I've never shown you guys the eyeshadow look. I don't want to, like, show you the same makeup thing. You know, I'm going to put the primer on. We're going to be backwards. We put the moisturizer on before the primer. Maybe some people do that. Maybe I've been doing it backwards the whole time. But since we're going to do eyeshadow, we're going to put some primer. I want us to all sit in front of a camera. You can post it or not. Doesn't have to be something you post. It can be something that you personally look back on every month, so you can really see how far you're coming. You can really see your progress that you're making, because a lot of the time we don't see that. And list off everything that you've done this month. Every accomplishment, every good thing that you've gotten done this month, even if it's small. Once I did this activity, I was legitimately glowing. Like, my coworker, she came in right after I was done. She was like, "You're glowing. Like, what's good?" And I was just like, oh, you know, life is good. And then I look back and I was like, oh wait, it could be the fact that like I was just like sharing everything that I accomplished that I didn't even realize or acknowledge, because I was too busy looking at all the things that I didn't get done. This color is a shade from, let's just say it's a controversial palette. A mini controversial palette, if you know what I mean. I bought it before I knew the truth, so leave me alone if you're just like, wow, you support him. No, I use products that I buy. Yeah, I'm gonna use it up. I'm gonna use up that eyeshadow that I bought. Yeah, I'm not gonna throw it in the trash because I'm mad at a creator. I can separate the art from the artist. A lot of big people that like make art are very, like, everyone's controversial in their own way. So like, are we just gonna boycott everything? Like, a lot of movies are made by that are in charge of like the higher things that we all indulge in. Like, a lot of companies do unethical things. Are we just gonna boycott every company? I'm not saying like every company does unethical things, but it's just like, I hate that like people judge you for using a product of someone that is controversial. It's like, it's not my fault they're controversial. It's not my fault I didn't know before I bought the item. It's not my fault that I want to use the item that I bought. And in case you don't know, this is a palette by Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, which broke the internet. Collectively, a lot of people effed with it. So let's not pretend like you weren't waiting for that palette too when it came out. And if you didn't, good for you for being aware. I wasn't aware of what was going on. And honestly, if I'm going to be quite honest, I miss the old Shane Dawson videos where he did those cooking videos. Those are really funny. I never watched his Shanae sketches, so I never really knew about that stuff. So I'm going to use it. And if you're like, how did you not see the Shanae videos? Everyone saw them. I literally saw some, but I didn't see all of the craziness that went on. Why am I talking about controversial YouTubers? Let's go back to what I was talking about. So pretty much, for me personally, what I've done this month, I did a TikTok like a while ago talking about Pillow Soft Curls. It's like one of my favorite products, and they actually shared me on their TikTok, which I didn't make a big deal about because right now they're currently not that big of a TikTok, but it's still the brand that's sharing me. They could possibly share me or already have shared me on their Instagram. I didn't check, but that was really cool to have seen like a brand share my video. That actually was the goal, and I didn't even take time to like celebrate that. I did a video like plugging them, sharing them with my audience, because that's how much I rely on them. I literally just use their Jelly Soft curls to get these curls. You can see how it's all disformed because I was really using it up. But yeah, in case you wanted to know, now that you know what palette is, I'm using the color My Apology on my eyes. Judge me if you want, I don't care. And then I have this old ass ColourPop palette, She by Femme Rosa. I never really used it, but I noticed that this color right here, this right here, is my swag. All the eyes are on me like that. Everybody pays attention. This right here is my favorite eyeshadow. It's just such a beautiful shimmer. It really makes the whole look. And I just put it like here, just like on a crease, nothing too crazy. I love how it shimmers and shines. But pretty much something else that I've accomplished this month is I launched my group coaching program, Lost the Boss with Extra Sauce. I have not launched that in like a year, so it means a lot to me to finally get this back up and running and help a new line of entrepreneurs to start their YouTube channels correctly and really give them the foundation to see long-term success on the platform. Anyone can start a YouTube channel, but it's a matter of like, do you have a plan to keep it going? That's something that I really emphasize on inside of my group coaching program. It's like a 2-month container, and I'm really proud of myself because the last launch didn't go as I planned, and it was really discouraging to launch again. But I've learned, like, when you fail forward. So like, so what if you only have like 2-3 people inside your group coaching program? It's still, you're still helping people. It doesn't have to be like a huge amount for it to be a success. You know, eventually things will pop off if you keep going and improving and believing. You will achieve it. And it's something I like to do is I put white in the inner crease, but I feel like that is just doing too much sometimes. Like in certain angles, I feel like it's doing too much, but whatever. I feel like it really makes it into like a glam. And yes, I use my hand for eyeshadow because I find it to be much easier. I'm starting to think maybe for the inner crease, maybe I shouldn't use my hand. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. But it's too late. Next time I use a brush, but usually I just use my hand on inner crease. I put the white on my inner crease, and then I go in with the eyeshadows again to make sure it has like a good amount of layers so it doesn't fade away. And then I'm about to go in with the eyeliner. Something else that I've done this month successfully is I dyed my hair again. I got like this color deposit. I'm doing a tutorial soon on my beauty channel, so by the time this video is up, hopefully it'll be up. If you want to check it out, the link is in my description. If it's not in my description, it's not made yet because I really haven't made a video on my beauty channel for a while. But let me see if I can like transition this camera so you can really see what I'm doing with my eyeshadow, with my eyeliner. It's an art. I've had people ask me like, how did you do it? And I'm just like, I just did it. I've been doing it since high school, so it's really nothing new, except sometimes I mess up like once in a blue moon. I also got a new gig, being that I'm a multi-passionate boss babe. Yeah, I have multiple streams of income, and I found a new stream of income at a place that I really enjoy. I worked there before, done it before, and I really enjoyed it, and I've been trying to work there again, and I finally got the job, and I'm so happy. I saw this podcast. I was like watching this podcast, and sometimes you know things, you just need to hear it again. So it was just something that I've already known, but I needed to hear again. And it reminded me, it was saying like, do something that you would do for free. Like, make sure what you're doing to make money is something that you would do for free. I've even emphasized this on my podcast. Once I said it on my podcast, it really hit me. Like, it doesn't have to be necessarily always freelance, you're your own boss. If you can get hired by someone doing something that you enjoy, even better. That's like guaranteed income. Sure, you'll have someone working under you, but that's not always like as bad as it could be, depending on who you're working for and where you're working. working for someone doesn't always have to be like, can't wait to quit. Another thing that I accomplished, a lot of it is personal, but another thing I can share is like I was able to establish and lay down boundaries with people that I'm not normally used to laying down boundaries. Something that I've learned about myself this summer, it was like a video that was like asking questions for you to reflect on, and one of the questions is like, what is the way that you love? Like, what is the way that you personally love? And I answered it with, I make exceptions to my boundaries. I make exceptions to certain behavior that I wouldn't allow from someone else. And that's not good, because if you do that, you're going to have resentment and you're not going to be as happy in those intimate relationships because you're making those exceptions. You should be able to have boundaries with everyone that is needed. And I was able to, lay down those boundaries with some people that I love this month. And it was really scary because I felt like they were going to like hate me. But one of them was really understanding. The other one had a titty tantrum, but in the end he understood. I think he got the message. I feel like some people, they'll get the message, but it takes later on for it to actually marinate. But like as you're delivering the message, you're just like, I don't understand you. But then like once they sit down and really think about it, they know like, okay, that's reasonable. One of them had a titty tantrum, and the other one was like understandable. And I was telling one of those close people in my life, like, I want you to be the exact same. I want you to do what's best for you as well. If something makes you feel uncomfortable, if I ever do something that makes you uncomfortable, tell me and I'll stop. Like, don't be afraid to like express your needs and like tell me no. Like, you don't have to tell me, you don't have to like say yes to me just because we have this intimate relationship. And I am really proud of myself. I think not only was it good for me, but it's good for those people that I love. And I think it really inspired them to, at least one of them, I don't know if it inspired the other one, but I know it inspired at least one of them to like be the same way. And not feel guilty about putting themselves first as well. The best way to lead is by example, For me personally, I feel like if something makes you uncomfortable, it doesn't matter if they're family, it doesn't matter if they're really close friends, it doesn't matter how strong your bond is, you should probably tell them. You should probably tell them that it makes you feel uncomfortable. And if you can, tell them to stop doing it. And if they love you and they know it makes you feel uncomfortable, they'll work with you. Another thing that I accomplished this month, what else did I accomplish this month? I think everything else is personal. What else did I accomplish this month? I know there's more. Yeah, those are just a few things that I accomplished this month. I'm sharing this publicly to inspire those of you who, look and dissect and nitpick all the things that you haven't done this month, this week, today, yesterday. I want you to really sit down and evaluate all the things that you have done, all the things that you have accomplished. It is so important to take time to do that. It makes your life feel like such a better, happier experience because you're seeing that progress instead of seeing the things that you still need work on, because there's always going to be something that still needs work on. There's always going to be something that you could have done better. But let's sit down and look at the things that you did do right. Oh yeah, another thing that I accomplished, this is the last thing I'm going to share, I forgot, is I have been uploading twice a week on my YouTube channel. I've been aiming to do that at the beginning of summer, but then like some things came up and I was like, am I even going to be able to upload twice a week in the summer at all? But no, I've found a way. I'm figuring it out and I'm uploading twice a week on my YouTube channel now. Not only have I started posting twice a week this month, but I've also found ways to deliver content that makes it easier for me to upload twice a week. And I've been experimenting with my delivery. Everything. But yeah, pretty much those are a few accomplishments that I've done this month. And before I sat down and I actually looked at it, I was beating myself up because I didn't go to the gym enough. I didn't meditate enough. I didn't make my bed up enough. I didn't go to bed early as much as I should have. I didn't wake up early as much as I should have. And it's always good to look at ways to improve, but first and foremost, please, actually, first look at the ways you need to improve and end it off on a good note. And do this activity, I beg of you. So this is the look. I feel like it would look better if I had like false lashes. I'm gonna add a second layer of lashes once this dries up a little bit. But this is my go-to eyeshadow look whenever I wear eyeshadow. I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy doing this activity. If you're someone that doesn't like looking at yourself on camera, that doesn't like to talk much, because everyone's different, not everyone wants to see their face talking on camera, then I challenge you to write down everything that you've accomplished this month, or at least do like an audio of yourself. Like go into like your audio app and record yourself going over everything that you've accomplished. Also comment down below your favorite thing that you've accomplished this month, if you feel comfortable enough to share it. I will be commenting it down below as well, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep your vibes up.